Hi there, and welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another This Week in Toys. Now you're probably wondering, wasn't I only here like 2 or 3 days ago doing this? And yes, I was. But lots happens in the world of toys, doesn't it? There's been another massive delivery comes in. We've got breaking toy news here on this Tuesday, and Hasbro Pulse have got a sale on. There's a lot to go through, so it's time for another episode. So we will, of course, start with the toy haul, and it's been a big one. Yo, Joe. That's all I've got to say about this delivery, but we will start with something turtle. So, the infamous Uncle Ali has been back again, and he has delivered Battle Damage Shredder. So that's another one from the Mirage comics to add to the universe. Again, he's in the blue colours, which is the IDW comic recolours of the Mirage stuff. Is why he's blue rather than sort of the red colour. So Battle Damage Shredder has arrived. And the rest of this haul, I think it's all G.I. Joe. So I hope we got some Joe fans here in this lovely hot sunny day here in the UK. We will start with the 6-inch, and it is Storm Shadow, the retro Storm Shadow there. Okay, he hasn't got his gloves on in this one. You've got different colour wraps and everything. So I decided to backtrack and get Storm Shadow because, as you found out in the last episode, Cheeky Monkey has been a legend and backed the HasLab Dragonfly. So I'm going all in on G.I. Joe Classified. So I was just catching up there with what I'd missed out on. Now over here, if I bring this in, you see one epic box from, of course, Big Bad Toy Store. So this has come all the way from America. And I did get a big dirty import fee on it, but not too bad. Now, there is a ton of stuff in here. If you've seen some of the previous videos, I've mentioned that I was going in on G.I. Joe Reaction from Super 7 after they did us dirty on Wave 2 and didn't paint Wave 2 of the Ultimates. I have cancelled all the rest of my Ultimates. I've also cancelled Transformers Ultimates, and I've gone fully in on Reaction because I actually paint these and they look perfectly like the cartoon, so they're going to go quite nicely with my HasLab Sky Striker because they are in the same scale. So I've got a big box of them, and I will take you through it now. So there is, of course, one of the main G.I. Joe characters. It is Duke himself, so he has arrived. Now, a lot of these are from Big Bad Toy Store. Some are from Comic and Cocktails here in the UK. And if you use the code REACTS and you spend £50 on reaction figures, you will save 10%. So that has gone well. I will now just go through what's in the box, because there's quite a lot in here. So we have a G.I. Joe female soldier. So again, they do lots of little army builders within this line. So I've bought a few of each, but I think I've only got one female soldier, and I went for a ponytail version there. It's like a mystery box, this. They're just coming out, and we'll go through them as they come. So this is a Snakeling, of course, one of the Cobra soldiers from the Pyramid of Darkness episode of the Sunbow cartoon. If you haven't watched that, it is available on Hasbro's YouTube channel. They've put it into like an hour-and-a-half movie, and it's quite the epic episode. So there is a Cobra Shock Trooper. Now again, they do variations of this with different rifles. This comes way from the first mini-series, the Master Vice mini-series of the Sunbow cartoon. Again, available on the Hasbro YouTube channel. And that is literally how I got into G.I. Joe, was through watching that cartoon. So had quite the influence on me. Oh, that's random. I've pulled out another Shock Trooper, but this one does have a different weapon because I bought one of each there as I've tried to army build. Now, these weren't a bad price at all going through. As I say, that was that offer on Comic and Cocktails, and there was an offer on Big Bad Toy Store for $100 for a case of 15 of them. So when they're supposed to retail at $20 each, you're talking $300 retail value, and the case, Wave 1 and all the variants, was $100. So that's pretty cheap. That's a third of the original price for 15 figures. So they are a bit of a bargain. Just had to backtrack. So this is the Games Master drone. Again, from another classic episode of the Sunbow cartoon there. And a lot of these I don't think we will get in the 6-inch version. So it is great to have them in the cartoon. There's Lady J. It's not CoverGirl. I haven't got them mixed up for once. Lady J has come in all of her Sunbow animated glory. I think you're strapped in because there's a lot of these. So we have a G.I. Joe Sailor. So I've gone through a few of the different skin tones that are available. So that is my first Sailor to go with, of course, Shipwreck, who was in the previous video because I already got him in from Star Action Figures. And I've organised these somehow, it seems, because this is just very random luck, because there's the other sailor I bought. So again, different skin tone. You've got different skin tones, different mustaches, so you can army build to your heart's content. I think I might actually continue to army build this line as it goes on. I see Wave 7 has gone up for pre-order from Super 7, and that is their take on Tiger Force and Python Patrol. So some crazy colours there. So there is another Snakeling. That is one with a mustache. I believe that one was described as, again, from the Pyramid of Darkness episode. Here's a fun one. Of course, it is Roadblock, but from his sort of PSA advert. So that's Body Massage Roadblock. And look at that body massage. So if you fancy a body massage from Roadblock, do let me know in the comments below. But that is Roadblock. There's tons in here. We're not even halfway through. So next up, it is the Baroness herself, who in her black outfit. I think her original Sunbow blue outfit is also in here. So she was definitely one from Big Bad Toy Store. I do have an order directly with Super 7 for the last few. I think they're exclusive 3-pack, and Zartan and a Bat were out of stock everywhere else in the world, so I've gone with Super 7 directly, so that has just been dispatched. But there is Flint, the figure that set all this off, because as you can see, if I go in right close there, he's got some paint on him. They've actually painted him, so if they'd have painted Wave 2, I wouldn't have done this, but in the long run, it will save me money, because I haven't got to buy all those Ultimates, and these are a lot cheaper than the Ultimates. Just had to backtrack, but with some of the sale prices, it's not been too bad. Next up is Major Blood, of course, done in his Sunbow animated colours there. That's nice to have the blue helmet. Hopefully, G.I. Joe Classified will do those colours and we get the blue helmet version from them. Oh, there's the man himself, the man of the hour, Cobra Commander. So, again, Sunbow animation version. There's plenty of variants in this line if you are looking to collect these. Again, they are 5 points of articulation, just over 3 3/4 inch scale figures. But they do look great on cards. So if you do want a mint on card wall, these will go with your Marvel 375s if you've got those on card as well. So that's what they will be going with me. But I'm mad, and I will open these. So we've got our first Cobra Trooper then, our Inventory Trooper. Now we've got 3 different skin tones in these, and you've got the Y back or the H back on the straps, because Super 7 have you covered, because they did do the straps different ways originally. So they've literally done every variant. So dream come true here to army build Cobra Inventory. Now the way you can tell, I think, is some have a yellow card back and some have a red, depending what the type of the backstrap is. So there is another Cobra Inventory. I'm just imagining this epic display under the Sky Striker. I'm quite excited about this. Is it Xamont or is it Tomax? It is Xamont there. So one of the twins. They should both be in here. Will I pick the other twin? Oh, no, I won't. It's another Cobra Inventory Trooper. Next up, it's the Baroness herself, and again, another figure from Wave 2 of Ultimates. They didn't bloom in paint, but there is Baroness with her blue outfit, the original animated version there. So we pick up the pace going through this pile now. And there is the other member of the Crimson Twins. It is, of course, Tomax. Now, I believe there is a rumour going around that the Crimson Twins and the Baroness will be a 3-pack for San Diego Comic-Con in the G.I. Joe Classified line. If that is true, I'm hoping they're in their suits, because I would like to see their suited versions in the Comic-Con set, if that's true. And talking Comic-Con, there's some Turtles Comic-Con stuff coming up later as we go through the toy news. There is Destro, my favourite G.I. Joe character overall, Destro. He's got the big, shiny silver helmet. How does his lips move? I've always wondered that in the cartoon. How does his lips move if that's supposed to be a mask? But that's cartoons for you. That's the 80s. And I'll let you on a little secret. I've ordered the Mezco version of Destro as well. I wasn't supposed to have done that, but just kind of happened. So that should be here this week as well, because it got dispatched this morning. Shout out to Props and Replicas in the UK. That's another rabbit hole. There is Snake Eyes. Again, that's his sort of season 1 look from the Sunbow animation there. So that's a very nice figure to have. I will be selling the Ultimates of those. Get rid of those. There we go. Scarlet. Again, nice to see her in the actual classic colours there. Again, hoping Classified will do a more classic look for Scarlet soon, because her version in Classified doesn't look great. I think we're nearly there through the pile. We've got a G.I. Joe Trooper, and again, these are in the big case from Big Bad Toy Store. They've still got some cases. Anybody's looking to do this. There is a G.I. Joe Trooper. Will we make it a pair? We will make it a pair of G.I. Joe Troopers. Again, a character that's sorely missing from Classified is a generic green shirt. So here we are in reaction. This display is going to be epic. I'm excited about this display. I'll get it done over the next few weeks. Here's a random one. It's Bazooka in his Arctic look. So they haven't done his standard look yet, but they have done that classic 80s moustache. I could have one of those, couldn't I? I could just trim the rest off and have a classic 80s tash. So there is Bazooka in his Arctic gear, keeping him warm. Doesn't keep warm in this place, but 26 degrees here today. It's bloody hot. There we are. Another G.I. Joe Trooper there. So we are nearly through. I can see the bottom of the box. That's a bonus. And we have another Cobra Trooper there. And there we have Quinn, who I think that's his first figure. I think he was only in the comics, if I do remember correctly, but that's Quinn. And we have another Cobra Trooper. I think we're on the last one in the box. I've got to the bottom of the box, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. And it's a Cobra Trooper again. So that was the box. But wait a minute. Of course there's more. There's two more. There's some sets they did. So again, use the 10% off on Common Cocktails to get these really cool sets. So this is the Arctic Rescue Vehicle with the blind woodsman and glow-in-the-dark radioactive snake eyes. So this comes in a really cool presentation box with your cartoon imagery on the back there from the Master Vice, the first mini-series, where Snake Eyes has this radioactive canister in his hand and the woodsman has to save him from the polar bear. So it comes with the sled, it comes with 6 dogs, and of course the woodsman and Snake Eyes. This was already in a big sale at Comic and Cocktails, plus the 10% off. So that was good to get. And the final one, I'm very excited about. One of the best episodes of the cartoon. We've already mentioned a few times, the Pyramid of Darkness. This is the Pyramid of Darkness box set. I think this is a Comic-Con box set. If I take off the slip case, you will see the back of the packaging there with images from the actual cartoon. And in there, I can get the reflection right on this one. You will see the Cobra Air Troopers. You get 3 of the troopers with the jetpacks on, the security robot, and you get Snake Eyes, and you get Shipwreck in their disguises, in their snakeling disguises. And this is the only way of getting Timber, because Timber is actually in here as well. He should be behind Snake Eyes in the packaging. Yeah, I can see him in there. So Timber is in there, and that is the only way to get him, as I say, in the reaction line. So that is it for the haul segment. My goodness, we've been going over 10 minutes just through this, but yeah, kind of did this with Transformers too, so we'll have those to come on the channel at some point, as the collection is kind of changing. So that is that. So it's going to be on to the toy news now. So join me in the next segment. Right then, on to the toy news section of This Week in Toys. So Marvel Legends breaking news, literally within the last hour of me recording this video, we have a new 2-pack that's been announced. So I'm going to go over a few different websites as we go through all the news. And we'll start here with the Toy Migos. Of course, go check out their YouTube channel, but we're on their Instagram page. So they just shared this Venom, Space Knight, and Marvel's Mania 2-pack. So this is a re-release then of the Space Knight Venom with some additional accessories. And of course, Mania, first time in the Marvel Legends line. So if you haven't got that Space Knight Venom, this could be quite a good one to get. I know that has been a very expensive figure over the years on the aftermarket. But it looks like I made the mistake of never selling mine, because now it's going to plummet in value because there is this new 2-pack version. So this is the only way you're going to be able to get Mania for the first time in the Marvel Legends line. So a bit of a mixed one for me, because I would like to get Mania, but I don't really want another Space Venom. So I'd have to go for all the hassle again of selling one to buy the other, really, because I don't need 2 Space Venoms in the collection. But Mania is looking good. I believe she's on a pinless body there. It looks like she is. I do like the head sculpt there. You've got the little belt on there, symbiote style attachments, your classic sort of gothic wristbands on there. So I think she's looking quite nice for Marvel Legends. So I would like to have her, but again, tied to a 2-pack. So $55.99 seems to be the price of this one. It says coming out fall of 2023 with pre-orders available on the 22nd, I think it says here, which is just over a week away. So I'm not quite sure where that data has come from, showing it this early. But there is Space Knight Venom. So again, it is a repaint with some different paint apps of the Builder figure, which must have been what, 2015 maybe, was it? I don't know, 15. I think it was 2015. It was a long time ago. Space Knight Venom Builder figure wave. There's a shot from the back. But there is some cool additions here. So you can actually have the symbiote slicing attachments. So they're new and quite nice to see. And you do get this quite funky Venom teeth grinning head sculpt. So he looks quite menacing here. So this is actually quite a nice little upgrade. I said the body's the same, but it's just, if you've got the other one, do you need this one? I think if you don't have this one, it's almost a no-brainer to get this one. Again, just depends on the price, though, doesn't it, really, these days? For all the modern pricing, it's not too bad at $55.99, considering you do get a build figure. So if a regular figure is $25 these days, you're only talking just over $30 for this, the way they price the 2-pack. So that's not bad for a build figure. And I say this one is worth quite a bit on the aftermarket. So that is Venom and Mania. So please do leave your thoughts in the comments on this 2-pack, and will you be picking it up? As I say, I'm sure if you don't have this one, you will be picking it up. So that is the Marvel Legends news for the day. Oh yes, Turtles. Quite a lot of Turtle news then. So, mentioned this the other week, the NECA convention exclusive 2023 SDCC 4-pack of the Samurai Turtles was revealed. Of course, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, as I previously said, one of the worst movies ever, but some very cool designs of the Turtles, so I would like to pick this up. And this is our first actual look at the Turtles themselves. And surprising to me, cloth goods all over this set. I didn't think the coats would be cloth goods, but they are. So these look absolutely stunning, don't they? As I say, terrible film, but great design. So these would look really nice in the collection. It's just how easy will they be to pick up? Because NECA hasn't said how non-attendees can get these, if they even can. The last few years with NECA exclusives, they have been available online. It's been a bit of the FOMO builds up. You get on that NECA store where you've got to click the international button. You've got your quite good $9 international shipping usually. And again, usually no import fees either with these from NECA. But a few years past, they didn't do that at all. Remember the John Connor Terminator and bike set? That never went up on the website. So hopefully these will be available internationally. Otherwise, I can see them getting re-released as 2-packs, which you think would probably be available internationally, but we will have to wait and see. So $150 they have announced, which is their standard price for 4-packs, and no extra surcharge on this one. So that's good to see. I do like the time staff there. All your standard accessories. You've got your removable masks on these as well. You've got very nice head sculpts. As I say, the Turtles, the suits changed over the 3 films. They started to look more cartoony as the films went on. There was a look at Leo and, of course, Mikey. And there's Raph and Donnie with the masks on. I've only just noticed look like beard and moustaches. So watched that film for nearly 30 years, never actually noticed that. But they're very cool. And of course, a lot of people out there are getting their horses. So shout out Mythic Legions for all the horses you could get for these. But I've made room in the display. If you see the end, I think it's the end of the previous This Week in Toys, I show you where these will go, because I combined movie 1 and 2 to make room for movie 3. But all the gear does come off then by the looks of it, I would assume. Or, no, actually, maybe that's the different head sculpts, isn't it? Let me take that back. Yes, that does not come off. Load of rubbish, I'm chatting. Those are the new head sculpts, because they're going to give you additional head sculpt to go on the previous bodies. So that actually looks like the bodies from the second film with the new head sculpts on. There's Raph getting all excited, and there's your whole layout of what you get. So the head sculpts at the top there, the 4 alternate head sculpts that they do say will compatible with any NECA figures. Your 4 turtles, their standard accessories, hands, and then all the staffs. So all in all, pretty cool set. So do leave your thoughts down in the comments on this set. I'm sure this will be extremely popular, but how easy it is to get remains to be seen. Talking of how easy it is to get, few new sets have been coming out recently. So we're over now on Toy Shiz on Instagram here. Look at his pages, and there is Bugman and Electro Zapper then. So we'd seen Bugman before in preview images, but Electro Zapper was a new one. So his arch rival, I do believe. So this could be part of the summer geek out. Look at this. So the next few weeks over Target, I believe they were doing this summer geek out with sort of timed exclusives, which I'm sure will go up on costumes.com. Hall of Fun, anybody? Let's not mention that. No, let's not mention that. So might have to be turning to Uncle Ali if these ever go over there. So there's Bugman and Electro Zapper, so keep an eye out for that one. Next tab is April O'Neil. Now, she has been up on Uncle Ali, but sold out, and I didn't purchase her, which was a mistake. I thought the neck looks a bit long. I'll just stick with the original. But I've been in some of the TMNT Party Wagon Facebook groups, and people have been getting these in April. Actually does look quite good. The neck doesn't look that bad at all. And the head sculpt is a great improvement. So, bit of a cock-up on my part not getting this one. So, hopefully, second chance at April will be coming. But that's it, I think, for Turtles. Is it? Or is there actually? I don't know if I can go back here. Yes, Colossus. Colossus of the Swamp. So it is, I think it's Napoleon Boner Frog. Might have got the wrong Punk Frog there. Their names do confuse me. But the giant Colossus version is also starting to hit, I think, as part of this sort of summer geek out event. So another one that needs to be added to the cartoon display. So looking forward to getting him, as I'm kind of all in on cartoon. I'm pretty much all in on every kind of bloody turtle. I bought Archie Comics this week, so there is a tiny little short on the video just going over that collection that I unboxed. But yeah, Turtles, big earner. Now I've got rid of McFarlane, but this looks cool, doesn't it? So it's a mega figure, the Anti-Monitor from Crisis on Infinite Earth. So I'm actually kind of tempted by this one. Don't know where I put it. I'd have to go in with the Mezco, because it probably won't really suit it there. So Mezco, give me a version of this. But shout out any McFarlane fans out there, because this is a very cool looking mega figure of the Anti-Monitor. Classic 1980s there. Next section then, over then to JC here and TNI Toy News for some Jada toys. So they have shown some better images of Series 2 then of the much anticipated Street Fighter line. So this line has started to hit stateside, but it hasn't made it to the UK yet. And in hand, my goodness, the articulation on these bad boys looks superb. So here is M. Bison himself, the main villain from Street Fighter 2. With a soft goods cape, so I'm again surprised it was a soft goods cape. They're all hitting me with soft goods today, so he looks really cool, because even Storm Collectibles haven't done the Street Fighter 2 version of Bison yet. They've only done the Street Fighter 5 version, so he's going to be really cool to get. Ken is probably up next, is he? Yeah, it's Ken, so that looks okay. Not as excited for Ken. It's not knocking my socks off, but I think when he gets posed around, he'll look pretty cool. I know Ryu, from what I've seen, does look nice in posed positions. And Dalsim, I'm looking forward to him. Again, one Storm hasn't done. Been collecting those Storm figures for like 5 years, and we've got nowhere near getting Dalsim. So you are going to get interchangeable extended limbs. So that's really cool. He's going to be, I assume, I don't know if they'll be straight limbs or they'll have bendy wire and you can pose them. I don't know. But if you can bend those limbs, then this figure is going to be absolutely outstanding. And they do scale with Marvel Legends. So if you want to do Marvel versus Capcom, then have at it, because these look great. So that is Wave 2 coming, hopefully, later this year. And they have announced at SDCC they will be, I believe, announcing Wave 3. And there is an SDCC exclusive of Evil Ryu they've shown off. So he looks cool. On to Valiverse then. So there is a bit of Action Force news, because there was Joe Fest over the weekend. So Bobby did do a panel, which is on the Valiverse YouTube channel. And one of the main things he announced was, of course, the Vanguard vehicle here. So the price point's been announced, and it's pretty good on this one. So he's announced it's going to be in the range of $170 to $190. So a lot cheaper than this could have been for a 6-inch scale vehicle. I think it holds about 6 figures on the inside of the vehicle, and there will be separate add-on packs to buy, I think, for those rocket launchers and things on the top. The only thing is the colour. It looks like he's going to do it in tan, so I don't know whether they will do a selection of colours, so probably not one for me if it's in tan, but the price point is pretty good on this. And he also announced there's going to be an actual price drop on the Valiverse line, so they're going down from, I think they're 32 to $29.99 a figure, and down to $19.99 on gear packs. So it's nice to see as the line gets bigger, Bobby's been able to bring the price down on it. So some good figures in Action Force, some very good quality figures. Probably Wave 5 I'm most excited about, which is next year, but he announced those earlier in the year. Wave 4 is more of a winter theme with a lot of white snow troopers and things. So I can probably pass on that wave. But if you want to see the full panel, there are some good announcements in there for Valorverse. So let's see how the HasLab's getting on. So we are at 12,676 backers. So we have slowed down to a snail's pace since the initial sort of 3-day absolute rush. So still need another just over 300 backers just to get to ripcord. So I'm sure the project will absolutely pick up pace again. I think this happens on a lot of crowdfunding projects where the first 3 or 4 days, big run, nothing happens for like a month, and then it all happens in the last 2 days. So it looks like that will happen with this HasLab. So we still don't know what the second and third tier are. No doubt in my mind we will get there, and we will have 4 figures included with this Dragonfly. But at the moment, no, it's just slowed down. Let's say 34 days to go, plenty of time on that one. And finally for today then, we have Hasbro Pulse Power Day sales. So on Pulse US and Pulse UK, there is a Power Day sale code, which is 15% off for non-premium members and 35% off for premium members. So you're actually making some decent use of your premium membership if you signed up. So as I famously did, I signed up to get Serpentor. He still hasn't come, but at least I've actually made some good savings on this because I saved a bucket ton of money on some of these figures. So what you can see here is the 3-packs, the Marvel Legends 3-packs of the X-Men in their white training suits. White training suits in their yellow and blue training suits. Look, I can't get the colours right. And yeah, these are quite the bargain when it comes to the sale, because if you take 35% off, that takes them down to £52 a pack. So you're saving nearly £30 per set on those. So my strategy of waiting for Marvel Legends in 2023 has paid off for the first time, because this sort of sale was happening all the time last year, and every time I'd already just spent full price on the set. So I thought, no, I'm going to sit them out. So I've not even bought the Blob this year. I'm waiting out on him, a figure I really want, just because I think we're going to end up with these sales there. Like this 3-pack here, X-Force, I paid full price for that, so should have waited. 15% off, not a great deal for non-Pulse premium members, but if you are a member anyway, you do get your free shipping. Like some of these things, these TMNT sets, you can get those for £20 a common cocktails, so not saving a lot on those. G.I. Joe Ninja 2-pack is tempting. I don't have the blue Ninja set, so that might be another one I could be interested in. And Cassian Andor, because I was waiting for that to go down in the sale. But the other thing I did is finish off some of my 3 3/4 inch figures, because the Marvel 375, I got the Jean Grey and Wolverine 2-pack starting lineup. Big flop here in the UK. They're down to £30 plus 35% off, so you'll get those for less than £20 pretty much. Power of Force cards. Then I got this Ghost Rider, that was about 17 when you check it out. Killmonger's not been out very long, so he's gone down in the sale there. Black Power Ranger available. So there's not as much in the UK site, like this Doctor Strange Ray's been in that a few times, as opposed to Pulse US. There's definitely more on Pulse US, because I know a lot of the G.I. Joe is on there. I got a good deal on that one as well. So, but that runs for the next week or so on the Pulse website if you want to check that out. So that's it really, another epic G.I. Joe haul this week, and that is the toy news. So Marvel Legends 2-pack and Mania, that SDCC Turtles pack. So please do let me know your thoughts, comments and everything in the comments below. And I will of course see you on the next video, and I will finish with, of course, I'm Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. Please do comment, like and subscribe as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here in 2023. And hopefully coming up this week, if Hobbylink Japan get the shipping on a bit quicker, it's the Mafex Thor. He's on his way. He seems to be a controversial one. Is he too short? Does his head move? Well, you'll find out if I can review him. So FedEx, get a move on. I'll see you on the next video.